All right, guys, really happy to have you here. Really happy to have you here to come and see our presentation today. We have some exciting things to share with you. We've had an incredible week since our first presentation last week. We've had a lot of activity, lots of people getting ready to come and join. Lots of people have gotten their first taste and touch of the actual training itself as well. Lots of fun things to share with you guys. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and read a disclaimer so I don't do anything that's breaking any rules. So here's the disclaimer. Trading the foreign exchange market carries a high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin and utilizing leverage can carry an even higher risk that could lead to a complete loss of investment of funds. Before you're deciding to trade the foreign exchange market, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. Because a possibility exists that you could potentially sustain significant loss, you should not invest or trade any capital that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware and understand all risks associated with the foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from any independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. For more information, please visit www.tradera.org/income disclaimer. All right, here we go. All right, so if you don't know by now, we're actually going to be talking about a company called Tradera. Tradera basically for us is a very exciting place where we are learning how to trade Forex. And a little background on me, myself, I've been involved off and on with Forex for about 8 years. 8 years ago, I spent a lot of money and took a course and tried to learn how to do Forex. And it was a little bit overwhelming because it was a lot of information and it was pretty technical. And I'm a little bit of a technical guy, so I was actually pretty good at it. But I did well. I had a good account. I made money, and then I lost it all because I made mistakes. And what I found out is I was gambling. And the biggest, I think, difference for me and what we're doing now as compared to what I was doing then is what we're doing now is really showing you the basis of very responsible, basic trading. I guess that's the best way for me to put it. It is very, very, very straightforward. I keep on getting messages back from people like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. Where before, a lot of times it hasn't made sense for people doing the trading because it's just a little bit too complicated. There's all these different terms and styles and methods and indicators and all these other things that people will teach you, you know, all these Fibonacci and all this other stuff. And really, that's not really where this is all about. I love using the bouncing ball scenario because that's the best way to describe the scenario. That technically, if you want to think about it like this, there's a ceiling, and a floor, and that's called resistance and support. And if you took a rubber ball and hit it hard enough on the floor, it could bounce to the ceiling. Well, technically, what the Forex market does is it bounces between the floor and the ceiling. And if it has enough momentum, it'll go through the ceiling and then create a new floor. And then the ceiling now becomes a floor and it can go higher from there. You can do the same thing the other way as well. That's about as much technical stuff as I want to get into because the rest of it is really explained very, very well in the training itself. I'll go ahead and show you a little bit about what I'm talking about. I'm going to share my screen. I'll make sure I don't have to join anybody else. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen real quick. All right, and we are going to go to this right here. All right, here we are. Okay, so this is our Tradera back office. And this is where we get all the information that we need to be able to learn what we're doing. And just log back in real quick. Okay. Come on, baby. What happened? Here we go. All right. So there's some really big features that we have, first off, in our business that gives us a very unique perspective. So first off, we have a major coach who is doing, or if you want to call it, our overall training overview. She's a 27-year-old woman, full-time trader, six-figure earner, retired herself from a job, and is extremely successful and a very good teacher. All I can tell you is every time she makes a video, I get on and I want to listen to every word she's saying because she's laid out what we call a 20 pips and dip training platform, right? Which is what exactly we're following. It's like a script, right? And in that script is a pattern of videos that she wants you to learn in a very specific order, okay? And really what it is basically showing you the basics of Forex as far as on the charts and what you're looking at. Because sometimes when you open up a chart, you look at it and go, oh my God, I have understand that at all. But this is where it really happens, where you can actually see what we're doing here. So, you know, she can tell you to go to technical analysis. These are all training modules, and there's a lot of training in here, guys, tons and tons of training. We're only using maybe 1/5 of everything, right? So the first thing we learn is support and resistance. Again, ceiling, floor, right? Trend identification. Now imagine that the ceiling and floor is not flat, but it's going up at an angle, right? Or going down at an angle. Now trend is the going up or the going down, which way is the market moving? And we go ahead and ride those like a ski lift or a ski slope going down the mountain or going up the mountain, right? And taking our trades. Price channels, sort of describing that area in between the support and resistance, right? Market structure. So these are all things that we are taught to go and do. And what we do is we go into our first day, we print out our sheet, and we go ahead and follow the exact instructions, and then we can make notes on what we printed out, and we get a really, really good idea what's going on. Well, it takes about 2 weeks to really have your eyes, your mind really work real well, where you really think you actually have it going on real good. And that's about when we tell you to go ahead and open up a demo account. We don't want really people to take their own real money and think all of a sudden for 2 weeks they're going to be able to Forex trade. Really what you want to do is take a demo account where you are actually now using a broker's free money for you to do your testing on what you've learned, okay? And this is where you get to do your practice. Now, on top of that, we have signals. And I know a lot of people want this, the trade alerts, because some of you do have experience in doing trading. So we get about 3 a day on average. It's about 3 a day. And what's also really cool is we also get it on Telegram. So we get an instant notification when we have a trade alert, okay? On top of that, beautiful thing we have here is we have live trading sessions every evening, 8 p.m. What happens is this man here, Derek, who's excellent trainer, he comes on and he marks up the charts for every pair you ask him to mark up with pleasure, and he marks them all up in real time, like what's happened that day and where he projects it to go the next day. Now, what's cool about that is every single one of them is recorded, okay? So this is the one from the last one he did. This is every Sunday through Thursday. By the way, this is when the market's open, so that means you still have weekends off, you got kids and all this other good stuff, good to go. The good thing is a lot of us have free time right now, right? Because of things that are going on, we have the ability to spend the time to learn how to do this, because a lot of us have realized that this could, well, it could replace a job for some people. It could be a second income for some people. It could be a retirement plan for some people. It could be a way to have your money work for you other than in a 401k where you do not have control of your money. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, and don't think I'm giving you professional trading advice or investment advice at all. I'm just saying this is a place for people to come and take a look at what's going on. Now, we have other things that are going on in here as well. Fundamental analysis, which is the news, okay? Market forecasts, which tells us what people, the smart people believe are going to happen on these major pairs, and with some stocks as well. Because the other thing which is really cool about this program is we're able to trade including cryptocurrency, and we can even trade oil, the indices, which is like the US 30 and the NASDAQ, and these major players, gold, and some people are trading some of these, like when the stock market went crazy, there's people that made a whole ton of money, right? Because they were able to basically trade going down, which is really great about Forex. It's not a situation where you can only trade going up. You buy stock, it goes up in value, you can cash it out, you made money. You can actually trade down, you can trade up, you can trade pretty much any direction you want. So we're super excited about that. Now, one more thing I want to show you is potential. So one of the things that our incredible teacher has created is sort of like a guide, is the best way for me to put it, right? Basically, it's on a Google Doc. No, not this one. And this is when you start trading with a live account. This is where you can track your success. There we go, it's right here. Which I started on Tuesday of last week, all right? So I put in $100. Again, this is my experience. There's no one saying that you're gonna have this experience, and you're in complete control of how you do this. Because You have control, not me. You're not giving your money to someone else. You're in control of your education and your trading and all this. But this is basically a plan. Now, what they've shown that started off with is a $50 account. I basically put in $100, and I put it on a super conservative setting. And what she tells you is the size of the lot you're supposed to be trading, and then to get 20 pips. Now, to get 20 pips might be 2 trades, it could be 1 trade, it could be 3 trades. It doesn't matter. But if you follow this plan and you get 20 pips, well, there's your first 20 pips, right? So that took me 1 day to do the first one. On $100, I made $8 on my own account again. The next day, I basically raised my lot size, which is the amount you're trading in the Forex market is a lot size. And I made $10 on this day, right? And now my account's up to $118 from my $100 starting point. On the next day, because again, I've only done so far 20 pips in a day. Again, it could have been multiple trades. And by the way, there's gonna be some losers, some losing trades, and it's gonna be winning trades. And they teach you how to live with, if you wanna call them the stop loss or the losing trades, and combining the winning trades where it actually makes sense. So this is my 3rd day. And on my 3rd day, I'm at this lot size, I did this one, and I accomplished it on this day. And I'm in the same day, I had a good day, I kept going. So now my lot size went up and I got my 40 pips on 2 different lot sizes. At the end of that day, now on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, at the end of Thursday, my account now is $144. Well, Friday, I got up and I marked the charts and I said, oh my God, this is my day. Because this is what I do. I get up, before I do anything, maybe I have a cup of coffee, I'll open up my charts and I do my own markings. I don't care what anyone else says. I look at what I see. And this is what they teach you. They teach you to look yourself, right? And this is the key, because there's a lot of people out there that are professed experts, and they'll tell you, hey, USD GPY is going to give you 350 pips going the other direction. And boy, you don't know how many times they're wrong, because I don't think that they're really all that good. When you can read the chart yourself, you can do this. This is technically called scalping, where basically you can go ahead and get your pips. And what happened here on Friday is I had another good day. I had 2 20 pip successful trades, right? And now at the end of that 4 days, my account's now $180, okay? So what I did is I took this average that I took in 4 days and I figured out how long it would take me to go to another week. So this is next week's Friday's goal. And this is where I fully expect to be on next Friday, unless of course I'm more successful, all right? And which means I can also do more trades. This is my goal for the week after that. And then this would be the end of 4 weeks. So what's really good about this is it's telling you exactly what to trade as soon as you achieve these next levels. So it's telling you how to compound your money, okay? I'm gonna stop sharing for just a second so I can take a look what's happening in the group, because I think there's someone I need to add. So hold on 1 second. All right, and nope, we're good. All right, now I'm gonna go back to sharing again. One more thing I wanna share with you just to show you potential, because so you can completely understand. The setting here is on super conservative, okay? There are people that are super aggressive, okay? So when you change this to super aggressive, you see how the numbers change. It's a completely, I couldn't do it myself. It's way too dangerous. I would be very scared, right? But you do see what happens after 4 weeks on that kind of a setting. I don't recommend this for anyone that's a starter or a beginner or just getting started, or even if you have some experience. I have experience. I'm okay with super conservative. What I'm willing to do is maybe do 3 different 20 pips in 1 day, maybe 2 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, if it's there. There's gonna be days I'm gonna get on there, I'm gonna look at the charts and say, it's not for me. That's happened. Terry, we've gotten on, we've looked at stuff, and I actually told her, I don't see anything to trade. All right, one more thing I wanna show you real quick is the potential. Like I said, where is it, please? Sorry about this, I'm sort of embarrassed. Here we go. So this is something that happened this week. One of the things that happened this week is we have an indicator that has been released. An indicator that has been released that sort of tells you how to trade, okay? And what the indicator does is it gives you signals. And the signals are also being taught. So 3 times a day, there is a live professional trader who's getting on and explaining the indicator and what they're seeing. And Max here is our coach. She's awesome. You will love her to death, okay? But here is one of her students, and this person took a $50 account and turned it into $11,000 in 8 days. Now, believe me, income disclaimers up and down. If you didn't hear it, go back and listen to it again. This is an amazing result, okay? But it can show you the potential that can be done. What this person did, from what I understand, is she got on every single live trading session. So that's 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now that's commitment, okay? I myself, I like the 8 o'clock. I'm used to the 8 o'clock in the morning. I think this week I'm gonna get on a couple 3 a.m.s because I wanna see how the Asian market trades. I love the New York market, but I wanna see the other markets. So I'm gonna be doing some of the other ones. Anyway, back to this. I'm gonna stop sharing. All right, here we go. We're gonna have a new person added. All right, very good. So that's it, guys. This is as basic and straightforward as I can tell you. I've never seen a more effective training program, and literally the messages I do get from, and 100% of everyone that's joined this program has sent me this message. The training is second to none. The training is straightforward. The training makes sense. When you learn it and you get it, you got it. It is that good. It's fantastic. Anyway, with that, I want to bring Tara Windsor on, my partner in crime. You guys might know her and recognize her from the past. Tara, how you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic, Bart. More than definitely how you said the training. The training is by far, I'm about 2 weeks in, and I absolutely cannot get over how much aha moments I'm having, how much it's actually truly, really registering that, oh my God, all I needed was this line, and I know exactly where this is going. Are you kidding? Like, I've just been handing over my laptop to Will and saying, oh my God, look at this. This is all I need to know. And I can't wait till this week of trading because it's going to be like by far unbelievable. Another thing that I learned from Max in her 2-hour training that I'm going through is stop questioning yourself. If it goes up a little or down a little bit opposite of what you have, leave it alone. Because I know last week I lost 50 cents here, $1 here, because I kept questioning myself, and it always did what I needed it to do. So that's one big thing that I'm going to make sure I sit on my hands all week long, and either wait for the trade to make sure it's perfect, and don't question myself, and have the confidence that I made the right buy-in or so it's going to be very, very exciting. When it comes to that training, though, guys, and when it comes to the opportunity that we have here, Bart and I, a couple years ago, when we had left the last opportunity, thinking that that was the one, we very, very clearly said that we were not going to ever build a team again because we were burnt out. And we wanted to find something that we could financially change our family's life and have it all on our shoulders, and with the drive and determination that we have within who we are as people, to be able to take our family to where we wanted it to go. But within about 3 days of the training, Bart and I said, we can't keep it quiet. There's no way. We have too many people in our lives that are in the middle of losing homes, tow trucks coming and getting cars. Some of my friends and even family members are having a hard time even putting food on the table for their children. And this is one thing that can absolutely change your life if you take the time, if you invest in who you are as a person, and if you have, that big why, and sit down and put your head into the training. I know I have spent countless hours. I have, had a laptop on my lap while watching a movie with my kids, doing my training instead of watching that damn movie. Take it seriously. This can absolutely change your life. And if you get into it and only figure out the 20 pips, all you need to do is change your lot size. 20 pips can take 15 minutes or 35 minutes, and your day is done. You made your money, you move on. It truly is something that once you know how to do it, it will come as second nature. I absolutely can't believe how phenomenal, and our trainers are so awesome. Do you see this? you can't miss this. It's right here. What are you doing? And they're very straightforward. I'm not into technical. I am not a detailed person. I am not a technical person. I don't give a shit how the market works and how it happens. I really don't care. Tell me how to make the money. And this is what they do here. And it blows my mind.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if you want to change, come join us. We are absolutely blowing up. We're adding, 3 to 6 people on our team a day. And we only started building a week ago, guys. So it's just the start.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that. Thank you very much, Tara. And I do want to talk about something else, guys. Listen, this is I love this because it's so real. Okay. Like one of the things I really got wired in is when I really understood how to take a trade, when to get in, how to put my stop loss in, and to take profit, which means I tell my phone, on my phone, after finding my trade on the computer, on my phone, I set my trade, I set my stop loss, I set my buy or take profit, and I can walk away, right? Now, here's the thing. Expect to have losses. The thing is, your losses are only half as big as your wins. So if you set your stop loss at 10 pips and you're looking for 20, if you want to use those numbers, you're going to lose 10 instead of 20, right? That's very conservative. I'm a conservative guy. I don't like risking my money. I love my money. You know what I mean? I've been in broke. I've lost everything. I'm not going to go there again. So I'm very, very conservative with my money. And that's why I love this, because the training is that real. It's that good, guys. Very straightforward. Okay, now I want to go to Patrick. Patrick, my sponsor, is here. How you doing, buddy? Great to have you, my man.
Hey, good to be here. Good to be here. The only thing I'd like to just add is that I can't think of a better opportunity to be a part of, especially with what's going on in the world right now. Not to make light of, there's a lot of people hurting that didn't deserve to be hurt, but it's the reality. So it really gives everyone, I think, a pause to think. Like, I know there's millions of people right now that are really thinking about their futures and how fragile that your financial situation can be when you place it in the hands of other people. And to one of the economic experts on CNN today, he was, they were just talking about the number of people out of work, and then they were focusing on, a lot of these businesses won't return. They just will not recover. And there's livelihoods attached or were attached to that business. So I think it's a very powerful skill in learning how to do Forex. No, you're not going to get rich overnight or anything like that. I think people realize that. But it's the power that you have in determining your financial future is in your hands, not your boss's hands, not, everybody's future. When you work for someone else, your future is literally at the mercy of a stroke of a pen or at the decision of a board of directors. And that's just not fun. I know it's not for me. So this skill, I'm telling you, 2 years ago, I was introduced to it, and I got, you know how it is trying to learn something new. You get frustrated. I can't, this is too hard. I'm missing on my sleep. And, I came up with all the excuses, but this opportunity came right back around. And I looked at that as God saying, hey, you need to pay attention.
I think you're freezing up a little bit, buddy. I don't know if that's happening for anybody else, but yeah, you froze up. Anyway, guys, yeah, so that, right, timing
and
could be better.
Are truly.
Oh, sorry about that, Patrick. You froze up, brother.
Oh.
You're freezing up. I think your internet got a little wonky there for a minute.
Am I there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're coming in and out a little bit, so.
Yeah. I think. Am I still there?
Yeah. You are.
Okay. The last thing I'll just say is that our leaders are wonderful. They truly delivering. Am I messing up? Oh my God.
Yeah, brother,
I'll
you
just
are.
stop it right
It's okay.
there.
It's okay. I'll take it over. But yeah, so what Patrick's saying is completely correct. This is a really good top-down, if you want to call it, group of people. Our coach, Max, is committed. Like I said, every time she puts a video out there, she's teaching you from her heart what she learns, and she is how do you want to say this? It's like no buffalo dust. I know some of you guys in the UK will understand what buffalo dust is. She's very straightforward. She takes no crap. She teaches you what the heck to do, and she's very good at what she does. So we learn a lot. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, man? I want you to go ahead and come on and say hello real quick.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I just want to say that you hear me okay, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm one of the ones right now. I'm working in healthcare, so it's very stressful, and I cannot wait to get home to get back to my Forex and my training. So that's just my perspective from it right now. Not sure if anybody else here is working or not, but it's not fun right now.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I'm in in-home sales, right? I sell flooring inside people's homes, and my company did not want to close at all, and they had a loophole to stay open here, calling us a construction essential service. And I was having nightmares because my last few customers were older people that had COPD and heart problems, and I'm sitting there going, "Why am I in your house?" And these people, like, they're oblivious. And I just told my wife, I said, "I'm having nightmares about this. I can't go in these people's homes and think rightfully that if I gave something to them and not even knowing it, that would be like worse than reality for me." So I said, "Look, I'm taking a month off. I'm going to focus on this." And, that's the whole point, by the way. Everyone here on this call, you guys, is a great supportive member of a team. We are here to help you completely. This is what we really want to do, is we want to create a community of people that want to hold each other responsible, help each other to learn, and make sure that we have all the tools available and necessary for us to be successful in our trading path. And by the way, that is the focus, right? There is a comp plan involved with this company. It's very good. We just had a person hit the maximum comp plan, okay? He hit maximum today, okay? I don't want to even tell you what that number is, but I will tell you this. It really doesn't matter, because the amount of money, as you can tell from what I showed you from that Google Doc, that you can learn how to trade is there for you to control. And that is really where it's awesome. And this is, again, why we're sharing it. I want to go to Alan. Alan, you still here, buddy? Alan, are you still here? Oh, I'm sorry. I think there he is. Hey, Alan, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Bart.
Yeah, so I want you to talk about your overall impression and feeling, and why you decided to jump on and get this going.
Well, for me, it was more a question of you can't not notice what's going on in the world at the moment. You've got to do something. And I've got a wife and 3 children. They're all under 11 years old, and I just want the best things for them. I don't want an extravagant lifestyle, but I just want some security. And I've dabbled myself in the past with Forex, and there was no structure to it. There was no education behind it. It was just hit and hope. But I knew how to trade. I knew the mechanics of just setting a trade, but I just didn't know what to look for. And I just want some structure. And I trust you, Bart. I followed you for a long time now, and I knew in my heart that you wouldn't be promoting something that you didn't 100% believe was going to work. I knew that. And there's other familiar faces here as well. Yeah. So when I see the old crew getting back together, I was like, I've got to be a part of this. I really did. And I'm only 2 days into this, but like Kevin just said, it's so Moorish. The training is very concise. There's no hairs and graces. You're going to trade. You're going to be the best you can be. And I like those positive affirmations. It's just so infectious. Yes, there will be losing trades. We know that. We get that. But it's about overcoming that. It's about having no emotion when you're trading and just following what you see. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Very, very well put. And by the way, yes, when I did show you those winning days, I need to have you guys understand there were loss. There was trades that I lost. I had one day I went to 100 pips. Okay. Now keep this in mind. After I got 100 pips in net or in gross, I technically kept 45 pips. Okay. Because I also had losing trades along the way. The thing is, at the end, I was 45 pips up, right? And that's what we're learning, guys. That's exactly what we're learning right now. That is the key. You know, you can make this what you will, and you're in control of this. This is what I'm saying is, again, it could not be a better timing maybe for us to actually get involved with something. Because listen, the other thing is this: who wants to sit there and watch the news all day? It'll make you go crazy. I mean, you might want to go. You know, people are going nuts right now. At least this is something that you can put your mind to and study and help yourself with. But listen, with that, we are about almost 40 minutes in, and I think what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. I'm going to, first off, thank you all for being here, guys. Thank you if this is the first time you've watched. Thank you if this is the second time you've watched. If you watch the recorded version of this, please reach out to the person that invited you to come and see this, because we are trying to help each other gain some perspective and gain some knowledge to be able to control our financial futures. That is the whole point. So with that, guys, I'm going to stop the recording, and please stay here for a minute.